Hey guys, it's BB202 and we're here in Billund, Denmark at the Lego Castle Hotel. Now this thing just opened this spring. It's really cool. It's also obscenely expensive, but it's not often I would get the opportunity to even go to Europe, so I definitely had to take full advantage of that and go here. Billund, as you know, is where Lego was founded, and Legoland is actually just right over there. It's very convenient. But we're now going to be taking a look inside this hotel. Here is a shot of the main hall, which is pretty big, and let's take a closer look. On the inside, there's one main hallway right in the middle of the building. You can see they do have some brick-built knights and a dragon in here. Sorry for the bad footage, but I'm just trying to get through a few people right here. But anyway, near the back here, you've got some drinks and the main check-in counter, and a little store with some exclusive Lego products, including the big Legoland that just came out this year, and hopefully I'll be getting that later on this trip. They also had Exo Nights on, which I thought was a nice touch. Right behind the reception desk is a pretty well-themed cafeteria, and although I didn't really have high expectations for their food, given that it's located at a theme park, they actually had a pretty good breakfast buffet, and it was better than I thought. Alright, so here's the room. It's divided into two different rooms, but there's actually one hallway that connects both, so there really aren't any doors. There are a lot of minifigures on the walls. They're all from the 2013 Castle line. And there are a few signs. This is a bunk bed. Obviously I'm not in that, it's just way too small for me. And there's a TV right there. There's a box of Lego down there for little kids. And there are a few brick-built models here as well, like this crossbow. And there's a king. So then even on the floor, they've got this theme. They're continuing their theme, a lot of crowns, some coins, stuff like that. And then in the bathroom right here, we've got, just a quick look in here, we've got this brick-built sword, pretty cool. And I really like this curtain. It's kind of hard to get in here, but this curtain's got the 2010 the 2010 Lion Knights, the 2013 Lion Knights, and the Fantasy Era Crown Knights. And then there's this, and what's back here? Oh yeah, this is kind of weird. There's this guy. Yeah. And let me see. Alright, so this is the coolest room right here. This is the master bedroom. Check that out. There is a light up mosaic back there. It has its own light. It can be turned on and off. And this bed, super cool. It's actually pretty comfortable. Right here, we've got some lances on either side that actually look like giant versions of Lego pieces. There's a brick-built dragon back there. And some cool curtains. And then here's kind of a spread where they've mashed up a lot of the 2013 Lion and Dragon Knights. I actually have all of these. These are going to be in my collection video. And another TV right here. And these chairs. So all in all, this is a really cool room. It's extremely expensive, but I think that it's definitely worth staying in if you can afford it. I've been saving up for this trip for 4 years, so that's the only reason I'm here. Otherwise, I mean, it's really ridiculous when you look at the rates. But still, it's really cool, and I would recommend it. I went to the park pretty early the next morning after I arrived at the hotel. And I set aside 2 days to go to the park because I thought there was going to be a lot of different things to do. It is a pretty decent sized park, but I think you could get everything done in one day if you kind of crammed it all in. The rides are open till 5 or 6, it depends on the day, but the shops are open for a few hours after that, so you could probably be able to get everything done in that time. And what you're seeing right now is a really cool observation tower they have at the front of the park. It's called Lego Top, and it gives you a good view of the surrounding Billund area and even the Billund airport, and you can see just how big the park is. There were also a couple of live shows happening while I was there. The one you're seeing right now is like a medieval knights tournament, near the back of the park. It was more entertaining than I thought it was going to be. I just kind of went there on a whim. But they have there's like a jousting tournament, and then there's a couple of sword fights that happen. It doesn't completely make sense, and everybody was speaking Danish, so I had no idea what was going on. But, it's fun for the whole family. It was pretty entertaining, and I enjoyed it. They got like 4 roller coasters at the park. None of them are particularly entertaining. The Polar one is okay. The one you're seeing right now it's called the Dragon. It's at pretty much every Legoland. It's pretty common. It's alright. I mean, it's got a lot of cool stuff on the inside. It starts out as like a dark ride, but it's okay. There's also a boat ride that's near the front of the park that gives you a good view of some like mini sculptures. There's the Statue of Liberty. I don't know why it's white, but it's really slow. You can steer the boat. I think it's intended for little kids. But you gotta realize that that's kind of what you're getting into when you go to Legoland, and if it's intended for little kids, you just gotta roll with it. Like right here is a Duplo monorail. I rode on that. I'm not ashamed. And there's also a Lego train down there at the bottom, and that actually went around the original perimeter of the original Legoland back in the 60s. Here's an aquarium that it was kind of neat. There was a little space where you could stand up and see the fish from the inside. A few dark rides, like here's a Pirates ride, there's a cave on it, it's pretty cool. But what I thought was probably the most interesting part of Legoland was Miniland. This is like Copenhagen. I think this is Copenhagen, yeah. And there's also Amsterdam, Netherlands back there. There are a lot of things that move, windmills, balloons, stuff like that. There was even a decent little Star Wars section near the back, and they also had a pretty impressive copy of Mount Rushmore, for some reason, located in the Wild West area. So, I was actually going to make this just one video, but I realized that I have enough footage for like 15 minutes total worth of video. So I'm going to split this video into 2. Part 2 is going to be coming in a few days. That's going to have to do with like tips going to the park, food recommendations, my experience at the Lego house, and also what I got from Legoland. So you guys can expect that in a few days. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.